Hi everyone. Hey, it was so great seeing you here in church last weekend when we were able to reopen. I think everyone who was here had a wonderful experience, and it certainly uplifted Father Sahd and myself, and indeed our staff and all those who really worked so hard to be able to offer this opportunity for us. Thank you so much for following the procedures that we've established for entering the church and for everything else that we've been having to change in order to accommodate the masses here in our church. I do remind you that Bishop Gaynor continues to extend the dispensation from the obligation to attend Mass on Sunday. Please make sure that you are praying about that decision. Make a prudent decision for yourself and for your family. And should you decide not to join us yet, we remind you that we live stream our Masses, and we have a number of times when those are being offered. You'll notice a few changes that we're making since last weekend. With the direction of the Diocese of Harrisburg regarding singing, we're going to enjoy what our music director, Justin, and our cantors have to offer, and they will lead us in singing and be the singers during the Mass. Our intent is that as we can more fully enter into life in general, then we'll be more fully engaging participation with adding more to our worship aid. And now I'm going to hand you over to Father Sahd, and where is he? He's supposed to be helping me with this.
I'm out here, Father. He's getting old.
Edit.
It's so good to be with you. And as Father said, it is so good last weekend to be with you at Mass. Now, I understand that there are still some people who are not so comfortable to come into the church. And we have provided for that opportunity. As you know, last week, we provided Holy Communion in the parking lot underneath the portico after every Mass. And that's about 45 minutes after the beginning of each Mass. We are also adding Holy Communion after our live stream Mass at 6 o'clock, which is just live stream only from Brindle Hall, so that if you would like to receive Holy Communion after that Mass, just come underneath the portico of the main church, and either a priest or a seminarian will come and bring you Holy Communion if, again, you don't feel comfortable coming into the church. We're working on other ways in which to bring you the Mass from our parking lot, and we hope to announce that shortly. But as it is in this time, after every Mass, every one of our scheduled Masses, we will offer Holy Communion underneath the portico, so that if you don't feel comfortable coming into the church, we will have it here for you so that you can receive the Holy Eucharist and that awesome gift. And now I'm going to throw it back to Father.
There was a real glare outside. I guess I missed the sun shining off someone's head when I was looking for it. But anyway, I just want to ask you to understand that safety is our highest priority. And with us still being in the yellow phase of this transition to reopening, there are certain rules we must make sure that we are following. And a lot of that has to revolve around the capacity of our church. We are allowed to have 1/3 capacity, which under normal circumstances would come to around 300 people. But with the way that we've had to rope off some of our pews and the social distancing that is necessary, we discovered after this past weekend that we're more in the area of 200 to, let's say, 210 people. So once we are filled here, we sadly have to ask you to participate in Mass either from your car, if you are able to pull us up on Wi-Fi, or if you want to wait and until we are at the doors of the church with communion after Mass, we certainly will be happy to minister to you in that way. Our most popular Masses our first weekend were the Saturday evening at 4 o'clock and then Sunday morning at 7:30. So as you are thinking about when you might want to attend this weekend, please give that some thought, as the 10 o'clock and 12:30 were not as packed, if you will, as the other two masses. Well, what are you doing?
Do a little cleaning.
Well, let's get a picture of this, let me tell you. And that reminds me, we do need some more assistance. Our Knights of Columbus, they are coordinating this effort. We have a link to get in touch with our coordinator on our parish website. And if you can help, we would be very, very grateful. And we certainly look forward to worshiping with you this weekend, whether it be here in church. We'll have the church open 1/2 hour for entrance before each Mass, or a special live stream Mass that is interpreted for our deaf. That will be at 6 o'clock on Saturday evenings. Thanks so much for tuning in to this update. Is there anything else I had to say there? I think that's it.